Panda Gang. Look what we did. We bought the Optic skin. It's the only way you go into league play. You gotta look like the ultimate sweat. Gotta throw on Team Optic. Whatever team, the CDL, go support the CDL. League play, that's why it's here. Competition, baby. Let's get it. Panda Gang, what's up? We're back with another video. And as you see from the title, what's on screen right now, we ventured into league play. And we're going to go over the bad, the good, and the ugly as league play stands right now. As you can see from the beginning clip, gotta give a huge shout out to the Optic. I've been supporting Optic for over a decade now. They got me into watching Call of Duty on YouTube, all that good stuff. Gotta give a huge shout out to them. But anyway, I'm 100% a hardcore player, and you can see on the left side of your screen, we reached the Master Division. We got placed in Masters. That's the top tier level of league play. But anyway, Panda Gang, I appreciate the support. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. We have Call of Duty. That's all we post. We are a hardcore player, but we are going to be venturing to league play and seeing how it goes in the next couple days, couple weeks, and however long this progresses for. But anyway, I appreciate all the support, guys. Deuces. All right, Panda Gang, let's change it up. We're coming back with actual commentary. Today we're going to be going over the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's start off with the good. Gotta start off good. League play is finally here. It took a little bit longer than expected, but it's here. It's league. SBMM is expected. Hopefully this helps out pubs and brings all the sweats to competitive. The competition is great. I felt like I was competing. It was forcing me to focus on my fundamentals, my aim, my movement, my timing, and my positioning. Also, 4v4. Who doesn't like 4v4? If you've been watching Call of Duty for a long time, 4v4 has been the staple. When we switched over to 5v5, it kind of took away from those fundamentals. In league play, the perks, I think they did really well with matching the CDL with the perks. Only thing is the Quartermaster perk. I believe you get your field upgrade a little bit too quick. So a lot of people are spamming the trophy systems, which is good and bad in the same sense, just because people spam stuns and nades. And the last thing for the good for me, I mean, there's other good stuff, but something I want to point out, some of you guys are cracked, and it's a good thing. It had me focusing on like everything that I know about Call of Duty. I was getting outgunned, but I wasn't getting outgunned by a DMR. Just the overpowered nonsense of just regular pubs. It was good players. I was one-on-one with the AK-74U, basically all I use, and the XM4, and I was getting outgunned. It's good to see. For the bad to me is like something they just need to fix. You don't really, it's not game breaking like the ugly portion that we're going to go into. But for the bad, the AK needs to be GA, or not even GA. So in the CDL, people GA it, or the pros GA certain weapons. The AK is completely broken. There's no recoil. If you go and watch my AK-74U, AK-74 video, I literally show you that there's basically negative recoil. The gun doesn't move, and it's not. And people are still using it in league play. I think it should be taken out. The pros aren't using it. Snipers. We'll get into why snipers are so broken during the ugly portion. Snipers should be taken out of league play for sure. For streaks, I think the RCXD should be taken out, and if anything after attack helicopter, simply because score streaks they reset after death. I think they need to tone that down, or actually take it out. I should be able to get 7-8 kills and get the the artillery strike and whatever the predator missile is in this game. I think that's the only thing that fits. That's why they're only using that in the CDL. And also teammate communication is pretty bad. Obviously I wasn't talking in this gameplay, but none of my teammates were. Not very often. There's no call outs. I'm playing solo league play, which I know people that are party up, they're gonna have a better experience with that. But lastly, let's get into the ugly. There's a little bit of ugly stuff that's game breaking. So one, placement is based off of score per minute. So it's not good simply because when you watch the CDL, there's roles to a team. Obviously, it's basically a glorified pubs anyway for league play. It just kind of levels the playing field. But you normally have a main AR. You have your 2 subs. One's usually a Slayer, and then you have like your bait player, someone that pushes into hard point, somebody that's always on the point, somebody that always planting the bomb. That may change, but for strategies in the CDL, teams are going to operate different. So you have your 2 subs and then your flex player, normally your XM4 player. Just the flex player is that individual that can play both roles, the AR, that mid, not too long distance because that's when the Krig comes into effect, but that's your main AR normally. And then just being able to position yourself as that flex player. And that takes away from it being that it's scored per minute. As long as you're sitting on the point getting kills, you're more or less going to place in a higher division. One of the biggest things that I ran into in one of my placement matches was wall hackers. They're not aimbotting, I don't think, in this, but 100% there's wall hackers in it. 100%. But for the lower skill based, or excuse me, the lower placement, you don't really have to worry about somebody that's hacking. You're kind of going to enjoy that league play more. But like the Masters division, there's going to be hackers just because they're getting more stats, they're playing better. I played S&D for one of my league plays, or for my placement matches, and I placed, or excuse me, the guy that was wall hacking went flawless, and we lost the game 6-0. I still did pretty well just getting kills, but he was killing us every time. He was tracking me through walls. It's pretty bad. Another thing is people leaving mid-match. So if you're playing league play, there's world champions that play in the CDL that will go negative. That bait player that I was talking about, more or less going to go negative. But they're world champs. That's the reason behind league play, is to make that competitive feeling. I went negative in, what, 3 of my placement matches? And I still placed in the Master Division. Let's stop leaving games. People need to stop leaving it. If they do leave, if you hit start and you go down and you quit and leave the match, you should either be like a day temp ban, a week temp ban, something, or just get you out of there. Like, if you're not going to play league play and play it all the way through, don't play it. That's why it's here. One of my placement matches, we actually started with 1 player down, so it was a 3v4, and it's kind of like a dedicated server, so they're not placing people into the match. So we played a whole control with just a 3v4, and these are placement matches. I feel like they need to kind of make a system to where if the lobby's not full, even before the first timer of the first round starts, it won't start, or they fill the lobby, something, or they push you back to the main menu. League is definitely going to be based off of time played. It's kind of a copy and paste from the Black Ops 4 system. They need to get rid of that. I think they need to go back to like the World War II system. That was the World War II league play had like the top 30 players were like all pros. That's going to give these amateur players that are coming up through the ranks, is going to give them a chance to be recognized. Yeah, it's not going to be me. I'm not going to be out here trying to be recognized, going pro and all that. But there are people that are actually grinding Call of Duty, that are going to be the new up-and-comers. And you've seen it in World War II. There were many players that were like top 35 that were always playing pros, and they got recognized. And I could imagine some of them got picked up. And one of the last things why, and this is going to tie back into the snipers, there's one-way smoke, and it's game breaking. So what I mean by that, you can throw smoke at your feet, stand in the smoke, and you can see outside of the smoke. To counter snipers, you got to have non-transparent smoke. You shouldn't be able to sit in it, see through it. Because I played a league match where a guy was, matter of fact, it was on checkmate, and he was sitting in the tower. He was smoked his feet, and he was able to see like the left side of the map. It's game breaking. Until they fix smoke, I think snipers should be taken out. Once they fix smoke, absolutely bring snipers back. But that's my take on the good, the bad, the ugly. Let me know in the comment section. I want this to be pretty informative. I want to see where you guys place, your opinions on the league play as a whole. If you haven't played it, why you're not playing it. Just, it's going to better your skill overall. Even if you're a hardcore player. If you're on my channel for just strictly hardcore, I understand. And that's all we're mainly going to play anyway. But just let me know in the comment section. But I appreciate all the support. I'm probably going to end this commentary with some music, the normal, really faint music. As you can see, this placement match, we do fairly well. I think we hold like a 2 KD, but this is one of my better matches in the league. Still getting outgunned, as you can see. Still getting outgunned. I appreciate all the support, guys. Deuces.
Going A.
Multiple zones are under attack. We are contesting A. They've taken A. The enemy is gaining ground. Defend our final zone. Enemy RCXD detected. We are losing B.
One's a nurse bomb.
Yeah, fucking sit in the corner, you absolutely.
And you're not listening. It's your choice to make a little mockery and do. Further down the line, still surrendering, trying hard to forgive you.
No turning back now. Execute your orders.
Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door's not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile but don't speak. Please slow down.
Down to one.
Alright, let's see where we placed. Oh, we made masters. Look at there. Hardcore players out here making masters. Panicking, we did it. We finally made it. Appreciate all the support, guys. Deuces.